Let me set the scene for you. We're in the midst of the Industrial Revolution. The world is changing. We have cars driving around, trains taking people across the country. People are filing in to work in factories. Now, we're going to look at one of the major players from the Industrial Revolution. Hey everyone, I'm back. Today we're going to look at Henry Ford. He was a key part of what created the modern assembly line. His factories used a conveyor belt system, and each worker had a specific role in this assembly. This meant that the assembly was quick, easy, and cheap. Through his manufacturing method, Henry was able to reduce the cost of his Model T, making it the first affordable automobile. One of the key developments of the Industrial Revolution was the expanded use of steam engines. The first steam engine was developed to help miners clear water out of mines. From there, the steam engine was improved and put in everything. They were most prevalent in trains and boats, but they were even used in cars. The use of steam changed the way we did everything, allowing for increased travel around the country and world. Steam power was even used in factories to power the production, equipment, and conveyor belts. Guess who? The use of the assembly line led to the shift from craftsmanship to mass-produced goods. This led to items that could last longer and were easier to repair. We have the Industrial Revolution to thank for most of the technology we see and use today. But not everything in the Industrial Revolution was all fun and games. The winter months weren't the only chilling thing in the Industrial Revolution. Life was really quite tough. The factories were dangerous and required workers to always be at their best, even in the middle of the winter. Factory workers were expected to work without any heat other than from the machines. The work was hard, and both adults and children were forced to work long days for very little pay. Besides losing fingers and limbs, workers also had to deal with cruel employers and long, hard days. Factories also weren't the only downside of the Industrial Revolution. All the factories, equipment, and vehicles led to vastly increased pollution and horrible air quality. Living conditions were also rough. With the overpopulated cities and lack of decent housing, meant most people had to crowd together and struggle for every little thing. With the life expectancy of only about 30 years, life was short, and for the average person, most of their life was spent working away in the factories. Despite all the hardships and other negatives, the Industrial Revolution is an important part of history. It gave the United States a huge lead in the world of technology and production. It gave a rise to all the technology we know and use today.
All right. There he is. Thanks for watching our video. Hope you learned something.
We'll see you next time.
No, we won't, because we're not going to do this again.
Oh my God.
Dun, dun.
Leave the camera recording.
Just is that how it goes? It goes dun 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 dun. People say I look like Jimmy Neutron.
All right, we're good.
Oh, son of a gun!
We can't use any of this.
I wish you could just see me laying down. I just lay here.
Back.
We could add snow in the background. I'll do a snow angel. It's a snow angel. I guess I don't know if you can see the green. It probably wouldn't work on the floor either, but.
No. It wouldn't.
So what I'd have to do is I'd have to stand up and do a snow angel.
There
we go, that's better.
Ah! Oh my god.
Ow, my knee. Are we actually going?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna save that.